Voice of Stockton at Stone Soup Studio. KXVS.org.
Welcome to the Vigil Show, the voice of Stockton, KXVS. Welcome Sunday afternoon. Thanks for watching us. We're going to have a great guest speaker today, and I'll lead it to Connie O'Dea for introducing them.
Okay, good afternoon everyone out there. Today we have two wonderful speakers. To my right here is Nancy Lamb, correct? Lamb, correct. And she's with the Stockton 209 CARES program. And to my left here is Patti Small. Patti Small is with an organization called Dirty Paws. And if Doug, you want to turn the show over to you now, and we will let Nancy start to tell us about the Stockton 209 CARES.
All right. Okay. Nancy, go ahead and why. Thanks for coming. I'd like to know what your organization is all about and what good thing have you come. Go.
Thank you, Doug, for having us today. I'm Nancy from Stockton 209 CARES. One of our missions is to help those in poverty, including the homeless, and provide food, clothing, and other assistance for those low-income families in need. We do partner with various local community organizations to better assist each individual cause, from public feeding to the homeless to cleaning up our community and our neighborhoods.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Go ahead.
A lot of our events that we have are aimed at either helping those that are struggling, those that need food, clothing, hygiene, or those that may need assistance for shelter or housing.
Okay. Well, it's that. So how often did this community in Stockton know about you? Do you have like a website? Do you have something that you acknowledge them that need help, awareness, whatever?
We do not have a website at this time, but we do have a Facebook page as well as a group. Anytime somebody's in need of help, they can either message us privately or they can post an ad on the group stating what their need is and what they need help with, and if the community can come together to help them.
What is your Facebook address?
It's Stockton 209 CARES.
Okay, very good. Yes.
Perfect. So are you the president?
I am the president, yes.
Okay, the president. So let me ask you, what make you want to help that mission? What would make you, because I know there's a lot of work to feed the homeless. So tell me about your desire and what.
Basically, it all started because I was homeless a little over 8 years ago on the streets. I was on drugs. I got clean and sober, went to a shelter, and at that shelter, Stockton Family Shelter, I got help. I got help with housing, learning how to be on my own, and that's when I decided I wanted to give back to the community when I was on my feet.
So how did you actually get started with your organization?
The first event I ever organized was for the Stockton Family Shelter Easter.
Okay.
Basically bringing out Easter baskets to the kids, an Easter egg hunt, a little Easter party for those that are homeless out
For
there.
the homeless children?
Yes.
Okay.
And then from there it just kind of grew.
And so now are you a nonprofit organization?
We are currently a federal 501c3. We've been active since March 16th, 2016, and we are also a state nonprofit as well.
Excellent, excellent. And what have been some of your big accomplishments that you've done?
Basically, gathering with the community, you know. We've helped children with backpacks for the school year. Last year we adopted 75 kids for Christmas that were struggling. We adopt families at Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving baskets. This year we did the homeless shelter for back to school and made sure each homeless child had a backpack to give, you know, for school.
Excellent.
So there's a lot going on, a lot.
And how many people do you have in your organization?
We have a group that has over 900 people. We do have about 20 volunteers.
And are those 900 people here in Stockton?
Yes.
All in Stockton?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's wonderful. That is really
We've got a lot of events coming up.
Would you like to tell us about your events?
Yeah, we've got our community cleanup, which is on August 26th. We'll be meeting down at Hazelton and Aurora. We have partnered
26, what? At? Where?
Hazelton and Aurora.
Okay.
And we have partnered with several people to get this done. Christina Fagazi helped us with our dumpsters. Home Depot has donated to us to help get it done, as well as some local businesses. We will be out there from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock cleaning up the area.
Which day is this?
On August 26th.
And what area are you going to be cleaning?
We will be starting at Hazelton Aurora, but we will also be cleaning by the shelter as well.
And the shelter is where?
That is off of Harrison.
Harrison, here in
411
Stockton?
South Harrison, yes.
411 South Harrison.
Correct.
In Stockton.
4 to 11, I mean 4 in the afternoon, 11 in the evening?
No, the address is 411.
Oh, I'm sorry. 411 out. What time you're going to be cleaning up, I mean?
We're starting at 9 o'clock and it ends at 1 o'clock.
And
Okay.
where are you going to be meeting?
That will be at the corner of Hazelton and Aurora.
Hazelton and Aurora.
Yes.
Okay. And how many people are you expecting at this point to be there?
We've got numerous people who said that they were coming. Now, some say they are coming and they don't show, so it's an estimated guess, anywhere between 10 to 20.
Wonderful. That's very good.
That's a huge number to come. That's very lucky. Some organizations do not go to that maximum volunteer. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we have a blast with it. It's come out, get involved in your community, make a change, make something positive, you know, and let's do this.
And so, how many people a month do you actually help?
Oh, gosh.
Do you have any idea?
No.
Good
a lot.
question. I'm sure it's a lot.
A lot.
We have the homeless that we feed out on the streets. There's over 1,500 homeless out there.
Right.
It depends on the area we hit. Our last area, we went from Wilson Way down to the canals all the way up to the shelter. You know, it depends on the area and people come. Then we also have our online Facebook group, Families in Need, that needed food, you know, and clothing and things of that nature that we help as well. And then we get calls off, our phone rings, you know, needing help. So there's a lot.
And where do you get the food donations? Are they donated, or where do you get the food that you provide for the homeless?
I actually do have one grocery store that does donate to us, a grocery outlet. They have been amazing at helping us with the homeless in our community and struggling families in need. And then there's also people, random community members that want to donate to our pantry, and I pick it up.
And
that
where
goes
do you
to
keep your
families.
pantry?
Right now, our office is ran out of my house.
Wonderful.
So.
Okay, very good. And do you meet regularly with your volunteers, or do you have a monthly meeting?
Not so much the volunteers. Our board members, I see them all the time. But yes, we do have board meetings.
You do have board meetings.
Yes.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to get involved with you and the care organization, what would they do?
They can either contact us on Facebook in the group or private message us, or they can always give me a call. My phone number is on our page as well
Okay.
as my address.
Very good. Excellent. Now, Patti, I understand you are on the board also. And what I'm going to do right now is move Patti over here so you and Nancy can talk more about both of your organizations and let you tell about your part with CARES. And then Patti also has a program that she does. It's called Dirty Paws. So I'm going to excuse myself and let you ladies take over here. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. Okay, so tell me the same questions like what that she got. The same similar question. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll speak first to our organization, 209 Cares. When she was asking how many people we help, we're a Facebook page where people can ask for food. So numerous posts are made for clothing, baby items, baby milk, food, and Nancy's phone is always blowing up. So when we meet, she's on the phone and talking to different people about coming and picking up. As far as meeting, we try and get together quite often. And as far as the food goes, Dollar General does.
Not Dollar General.
Excuse me.
Grocery outlet.
Grocery outlet. I don't know why Dollar General was on my mind, but grocery outlet gives us food all the time. But very important is the members of the community. They donate.
Yep.
And so when we do the outreach and we actually say we're going to go do an outreach at such and such a date, they come out with whatever it is that they want to bring. Potato chips, sandwiches, fruit, milk, yogurt, deli meats, whatever they can donate, they bring out. And it really is a good feeling it's quite humbling to go out and meet these people and give them the food. And we don't do it for the pictures. We don't do it because we want kudos. We do it because this is what we love to do.
Yep.
Well, so tell me about Connie. Can you come back for a minute? Because she asked a lot of good questions at the moment. So right now I'm kind of communicating a little more. So thank you.
There's
welcome back.
There's also one thing that Patti did not state is that for the past 2 years we've gone out, done what's called a clean cut event for the homeless.
Which event?
Clean cut event.
Oh.
For the homeless. Not only do we go out there and cut their hair, we bring them out the hygiene, the food, but we also assist them with the homeless animals out there. And that's where Patti comes in, Patti brings out her mobile grooming, and not only are we out there to help the animals, but we come across animals at time that need to be rescued out there, or somebody wanting to go to a shelter but they have an animal and can't, and that's where we combine together to try to make that work.
Now, when you say out there, where are you talking about?
Out in the streets.
Out on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct. Our last one was out at Columbus Park. We've done it the last 2 years out there. And by the end of the day, we ended up taking, what was it, a pity?
Yes.
A pity home. It was fostered. And then so the gentleman could go to work and have a place to stay.
So now you're on the board
Yes.
for the CARES.
Vice President.
Vice President. And how many other people do you have on your board?
We have 5 people total.
5 people. And they're all volunteers?
Yes.
From the community?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
I have a question for Patti.
Uh-huh.
When you say mobile vehicle, what does that mean? Are you going out to different area? Do people call you to go to their home? What does that mean when you look at their financial results? Say, hey, you get a free or whatever. What does that mean?
Well, when I started, it was with Nancy at the Cut and Clean event. And I didn't have my mobile then. I just brought my tools. And then I got into it, and I decided, well, I'll buy this trailer because it had an outside shower. Funny, because I thought, how great would it be if the people could be cooled down and they could actually get their hair washed at the Cut and Clean event. And the dogs just kind of fell into place. So I bought the mobile grooming trailer, and I'm actually mobile, and I can do the dogs that need servicing. I do the dogs at Stockton Animal Shelter for Philip Zimmerman and my friend Kathy Meadows. And a lot of them get rescued from the Stockton Animal Shelter because they're cleaned up. So it's not just for the homeless, but the homeless animals as well. And we feed with Stockton 209 Cares and Dirty Paws. We feed the dogs as well as we do the people. And Helping Paws, which is another 501c3 with their state.
Helping Paws 209.
209. And they do feed as well. And she's out there every week to feed those
Yes.
animals.
So volunteer and community and grocery outlet, they give donation for dog food and cat or whatever, or something like that?
The grocery outlet gives donations of food for families or homeless in need. They don't give the dog food. That's where Helping Paws 209 comes in, and different organizations like that.
And I've had people donate to me
Yeah.
to give to 209 Cares for the homeless animals.
So who has been helping you with the 209's animals? I mean,
The Dirty Paws.
Dirty Paws. I'm getting you two mixed up.
That's okay. We are a team. We are a team.
Well, I can see that, definitely. It's
So
a wonderful
really,
team.
just Nancy Lamb and Cha does so much, but she's on a different site than I am. So we don't get to see each other, but if we find out about water or food, we join forces together and come together as a community to take care of these animals, as well as spaying and neutering. We're trying to get them to spay and neuter the animals so that we don't have as much animal population.
So who actually is paying for the neutering and spading?
Stockton Animal Shelter, if you decide that you want your animal spayed or neutered, you can go surrender your animal to Stockton Animal Shelter, and it will be spayed, shots, worming, every chipped, and then you can go pick that animal back up, and everything is done.
So
and we also have a
you don't have to pay for it?
No.
Oh.
There's a microchipping event right now. There's $25 vouchers for Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls, and that's what's mostly out there. So if somebody wanted one and they contacted me per se, I would pay for the certificate so that they could get their Pit Bull done or their Chihuahua done.
A lot of it is community donations. We do have, like I said, you can donate via Facebook. You can also donate through, we do have a PayPal that is set up.
On your Facebook or on your
You can
webpage?
donate through Facebook to us. Right now we're working on the webpage, but we do also have a PayPal account that you can donate to as well. Every bit of our donations is what goes back into the community. It's a wonderful thing.
I have a question. Okay. I know I used to work in a nonprofit organization, and I was working at the staff. So someone have to be there to feed yourself because it's just a job. Mm-hmm. So how, as an organization itself that is employ an organization, and keep a record, list of fundraising, membership drive, and community outlet. Cause I did all 5 of those. I was doing everything. I had joined 2 members.
A lot of work.
Yes,
It
that's a lot of work.
And give all back. It's awesome. It's amazing how you keep that organic up, still running. So
It is amazing, and a lot of it is just
A lot of work.
ourselves donating the time and the money. We'll go without. We wrote a check, 209 Cares wrote a check to the fire victims for $500 that Christine Fugazi and Julie Dameron put on at the spaghetti feed. And whatever we can afford. When I have the money that it's extra money, and I'm going to do what I can. So I'm donating right now to 209 Cares by buying a ticket for the paint night, and then I feed too as well.
the pink night, that's the Cancer Society.
Paint.
Okay,
Paint.
can you explain what the paint night is? And then you also mentioned something about a spaghetti feed.
Yes, paint
Okay.
night is an event that we have coming up August 27th, and that will be held at Finnegan's Bar and Grill, and I believe it's $40, and half of the donation of $40 goes to our organization so that we can continue to do the things that we do, and the rest goes to the lady who puts on the paint night. And what she does is she has a set picture, and this one is a skull. I forgot what they call that, but it's a nice looking painting, and you will go pay $40, sit and paint this picture, and she will help you. She supplies all the material, and you're donating to the community.
Oh, for
Yep.
goodness sake. And then
Yeah.
it's going to be at Finnegan's?
Finnegan's Bar and
Finnegan's.
Grill.
So if
Yes,
anyone
on
wants to
Pacific.
come out, they want to have a drink, eat, Finnegan's does
Great
do
food.
breakfast, lunch, dinner
Yeah,
now.
I've been
Yeah.
to Finnegan's. They're well known for their pickle chip. I love their pickle
Oh,
chip.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good, yes.
I'll take their corned beef tacos on Tuesday.
I'll take their
Yes.
breakfast any day.
Okay.
So that's Tony's way of giving to our community, is by letting us hold these events. And when we did the backpack events, Tony Finnegan let us come in, and we spread all the stuff out that we had
Assembled it.
collected and assembled all the backpacks, which were well over 100 backpacks that
Wow.
businesses and individuals donated the supplies and the backpacks for us to put together. So the community is very generous, very generous.
So, do you go out and talk to the different businesses in the community asking for donations?
Yes.
We have a donation letter, and actually Nancy has done a lot sending the letters out that ask for donations. We just got donated water.
Yeah, a pellet of water from Niagara.
From the homeless.
Very
What about
good.
To the homeless.
I know that this summer was very hot.
Very.
And I understand that when I see people video just food for the animal, but they don't get
No.
to get the water. The water is very important because
Yeah.
their vital organs shut down, and they're not getting enough proper food to get water. And it's very scary with animals. They don't give water, but they give food and things like that.
We actually
So-
give both. We give food and water
Oh,
to the
good.
animals.
Okay. Awesome.
I will give somebody who has animals more water than I would with somebody who doesn't, because the animals do need to be hydrated as well. A lot of them out there, if you go pick up the back end of their coat, it'll stay up, which means they're not hydrated, you know. Water is an essential out there, and with that being said, we have a sense called Helping the Homeless Stay Hydrated, and that's what Niagara donated to. We go pick up next week, you know.
Niagara?
Yep.
Is that a company name?
That's
a
a
water
water
bottle
company.
name?
It's a water bottle
company.
company.
Oh, I
yes.
never heard of that.
Yeah.
I heard of Ambra, but I never heard of Niagara.
Niagara.
Nigeria I heard, but
Yeah.
that's a low-cost water bottle, you know. So, okay, well, that's wonderful. So, do you have any questions, Connie?
Well, now you said you had a spaghetti feed?
Oh, very.
That was a spaghetti feed, not put on by us, but by Christine
Christina
Fugazi. And matter of fact, we met Douglas there. And we went and to represent 209 Cares, because 209 Cares donated lots of essentials to the burn victims, and
Oh,
we were
that was
on
the
the
dinner
scene.
for
Right.
the burn
Right.
The
victim.
pallet.
Yeah,
And
the
then
pallet,
we
yes.
donated
Yes.
$500 that we came up with, and that was of our own money. Nancy and I put together for the people to get the essential items that they need help with. But
Well, that was wonderful.
that's just what we do because we like to, because we
Right.
want to see. Nancy has her reasons for giving back, and I have mine, and it's just a wonderful organization to be in. 209 Cares really matters.
Yes, it certainly does. My gosh.
We do have another fundraiser coming up in August
Oh.
also. It's a Chipotle fundraiser.
Yes.
Okay, please tell us about that.
Basically, you can go into Chipotle on Pacific Avenue and you tell them that you were there for the fundraiser when you go to pay, or you can pull the fundraising flyer up online and show it to them. 50% of the proceeds will go back to Stockton 209 Cares to help our struggling families in need for this holiday season.
Excellent.
So
Right.
we've got quite a bit going on.
And do you have any other activities that you're planning?
We do. We
around
have-
the Christmas holiday.
Oh,
yes.
we do. We have our monthly homeless outreach in September. I haven't picked the date for that yet. We do have our Thanksgiving giveaway for families in need in November. December 7th, we are doing a toy drive at Sherwood Mall with Sky Zone, with C3 NorCal Car Club and a couple of other clubs. And that toy drive is going to go towards the kids in need as well in this community.
Excellent.
What about October? Don't you have anything for August, September, and October? So there's like 3 months away. You're already planning that event. What about? Do you have any like trunk treat or anything like that?
Actually,
Trick or
we
treat.
don't for October. Unfortunately, besides Stockton 209 Cares, I do have a full-time job as well.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to say, both of us
Yes.
do. Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how can you do all of what you're doing
That's
with
true.
a full-time job too?
Yeah, she works full time.
So that's just
Nights.
our main focus though is to help the families that are out there, and eventually those families that get help, they come back to help another family.
Yes.
And that's what it's about, is one person helping another and paying it forward.
So it's like networking and resourcing, because if you already help, they feel like obligated to help each other back, to give back. So I think that's something that I have noticed that's really awesome that from Stockton 209 is that most the people that are receiving also give other resources. Oh, we got somebody else that's giving something out there. Get it.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And that's awesome. That networking is really paid off and really good. But I still haven't got to talk to it how the mobile from the homeless animal go. You stay or do they come to you? That's the question I want to
Yes.
ask.
Okay,
Tell us
so
more about that.
I'm mobile and I go to wherever they're needed. So if it's out, I can be on the street. I have the truck and the trailer. I can be on the street. The other day I was on Charter Way and do what I need to do. And most of it is the homeless people, believe it or not, their animals are cleaner than a lot of animals. They take really good care of them, but the nails needed grinding or they needed to see a vet. So I set them up with veterinarian visits and just pay out of pocket over the phone. I don't necessarily have to go, but Nancy will call and say, hey, this girl needs whatever, and I can call my vet and tell Family Pet Hospital, take care of them. I'll be on the phone with my debit card when you're done. Just make sure the dog is okay.
So do you give the vet a recognition of contributing in your card or your mobile?
Yes, I do. So I'm good friends with Dr. Song's family, and they're really a good vet. And she's retired, but I've watched both her kids, Johnny and Jenny, grow up, and now Jenny's the vet. So
wonderful.
yes, and they give me a good deal.
And that's here in Stockton.
That's here in Stockton on West
California.
Lane. Yes,
We've got a lot of people that partner with. We also have
Sky Zone.
Art Break with the shelter. We're helping the shelter with that. That's September 1st.
What is that?
It's basically to allow people to get to know the shelter, what they're about, what they do out there, but also to emerge in with artwork. The community is welcome out there. There's going to be different art stations for the kids and just different things going on. But it's also to get rid of that stigma of that the shelter is not a good place when it is.
Now, the shelter that you're talking about is...
The Stockton Family Shelter.
And that is located where?
411 South Harrison.
On Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then we also have...
we need hot dogs. Should we mention
that? Yes. So if anybody wants to
donate hot dogs?
If anybody wants to donate, we do have a list on our page of things that we do need for the art break.
If they want to come out and just meet the homeless, because there is a stigma that it's a nasty, dirty thing, and they didn't ask to be homeless. Things happen. So, I mean, it's not nasty, it's not dirty, it's a nice place inside, and the people keep it up. And you can go help out with barbecuing or, whatever it is that we're going to do that day and enjoy and look around.
We do have also an awesome business here in Stockton, that has not only donated towards, I'd say, almost every event we've had, but they've came out and volunteered too, and that is Johnny Hernandez from Sky Zone.
Sky Zone.
Yes. The trampoline park at the mall.
Okay.
Go jump and have fun. He's helped us last year at Christmas. We had our Christmas party there for over 80 kids.
Oh my.
And they all got to jump out there. He's been out to our Easter event. He's been out for our backpack event. And right now we're currently working on redoing some rooms, painting some rooms for the shelter with Sky Zone.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I to me, it's like it's really awesome you're doing the job in the community. So now, my show talk about ADA, talking about people with disabilities. Now I want to go into a little deeper, mental health. When the homeless when you're dealing with mental health and they're out, do you immediately get somebody to help? To drug addiction, it could be anything that are, that's a need. To me, that is a very important thing for me in my heart. That a disabled who would have a problem with mental is need help. It's the number one priority. So I think that with the homeless, it's even worse than getting help, getting their medication, seeing a doctor. They have no address. They don't have anything else that to get a reach. So tell me. Is there any program that you guys assist the doctor or anything that whatever?
Actually, the homeless do have access to mental health. However, they do not have a mental health building anymore. So what they can do is they can go to California Street and get the mental health services, but that's outpatient. That's not inpatient. They can go there to get their medication. One of the main goals is working with Dennis Buettner from Mental Health. He's a homeless outreach worker.
Is that?
Dennis Buettner.
Okay.
He is awesome. We actually go out as a team, talk to the homeless, get to know them, find out what their needs are, find out what, are they drug addicts? Do they need a drug program? Do they want a drug program? Unfortunately, unless they say, I want help, there's nothing you can really do.
Exactly.
If I go out on my own, which I had before, and I say, hey, I see a girl here and she wants help. She's a drug addict, but she wants in a program. My first step is, one, I can either send her to central intake. I can call also a couple friends of mine that are with drug and alcohol, or I can call Dennis Buettner as well. But the main point is working together as a team to get them off the streets and find the services that they do need.
And Nancy, I have to say, is very good at that. When we did the cut and clean event, the last cut and clean event, I believe she pulled 3 people and found places for them to go. And I texted her at 10:30 last night about a woman that is going to be homeless Tuesday. And this lady has already got her set up in the direction that she needs to go. And the only thing that we ask is that they do the final paperwork. They have to do the paperwork, the steps. And so she's got her there. She's got the dog already placed. And this woman takes the clothes off her back. I literally saw her take her clothes off and hand them to homeless people.
Well,
Shoes, clothes.
That's awesome. That really shows the person's heart.
Yes,
I don't want to get
it does.
arrested for that now. No.
Awesome.
Last outreach, it was her shoes.
Yes.
Took her shoes off, and it's amazing to watch what she does. And she's our leader. She is the very reason why I stay with 209 Cares. She has all the contacts. If I ever needed anything, this woman knows it. She knows where to go, how to do it.
It's about, we got a lot of amazing volunteers that are committed, that go out, and that's what it's about, is the community coming together, volunteering to help the community.
Exactly.
Without our volunteers, we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
and that's
true.
the bottom line. They are amazing. I have one volunteer who has helped me with my letters, another volunteer who's been going out speaking to some of the stores for me. We all branch out to come together, and that's what it's about.
The community outreach that you're doing is absolutely wonderful.
Come on out.
Come on out. I was just going to say, come. You will feel so gratified. Your
Come
heart
on
will
out.
just be
Yes.
so filled with joy to see, when we do it, and to see the kids and the
Yes.
adults, and to watch, if 3 people go into rehab or get homes, that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
3 in one day, and you think it's not a lot, but it is definitely a
It
lot.
is.
Are you finding a lot of the homeless are veterans?
Yes, there are a lot of veterans out there. There are services for them. However, we find the same problem with our vets as we do any other homeless. They have animals, and there's nowhere in San Joaquin County they can go to with their animal. A lot of the vets don't want to give them up. That's their comfort.
Okay, let's stop you there. I have a question about that. Why is the veteran, sorry,
Okay, there you go.
tongue twister. The veteran have their dog for comfort, for the security, their blanket, and everything else, and yet if they place them in a home, they have to give up their animal, and that's not, to me, that's not right.
Right.
So if they have an AD compliant with doctor comply with at the realtor, when I'm working at the real estate, owners should not discriminate, because that's their home. They're investment. They know that they're gonna break. The people that use it wear and tear. That's it. But as far as renting it out, they shouldn't have like a personal issue with them. But as long as the animal are there for their comfort, they should not discriminate them to get housing. That's the most important thing, I believe, that nobody has not been touched based on that.
Well, unfortunately, San Joaquin County, it's up to the landlord if they want to allow it or not, and they put it in the lease. If it's put in the lease and they sign a lease, there's really nothing they can do about it. However, the shelters, to get them into a shelter, they do not allow animals there either. So with that being said, that's why you see a lot of them going to the tents,
Oh, so
Okay,
they don't allow
now,
them to bring their animals into the shelters at all?
Nope.
No.
Okay, now, when I was working as a property manager, I always tell my client that a lease is not set on stone.
Mm-hmm.
You can negotiate your rent. Just because the owner wants $900 doesn't mean they're going to get $900. You can either get $850, you can negotiate the rent. As far as no pet, that is also negotiable. You just, because it's already preset, doesn't mean you say, you know what, I want to remove this out. Agent knows that they're between the tenant and the owner. They do the best of the owner to write the lease, and I'm interested in the tenant to come and make it more their homey and enjoyable. So that's not set in stone. Be aware, I'm telling you right now, by my own mouth, it's not set in stone. You should rewrite it. When people don't know that just because they have a lease, you have to do everything on an owner's term. That's not always the case, because there's things that they cannot. It's not a dictator democracy, you know what I mean? So whatever it goes, it's your home, you're paying for it. $800 a lot of money. You're buying your house, paying your out, and their mortgage too. So they need you more than they need them. So it goes both ways.
Well, there's the HUD housing that a lot of veterans get HUD housing.
They get a veteran.
And do they not allow animals in the HUD housing?
It's a voucher, HUD housing voucher,
Right.
for them to go find their own place. So there you go again, and it's only if the landlord, will agree to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're signing a lease and you physically sign it, and it states no animals, you can't go back a month, 2 months later. Oh, I want my dogs now. When you've already signed that lease. Now there are some homeowners who work with people with animals, and they'll say, yes, I'll take animals. It's just a little bit harder to look for. We mostly, our number one goal is the homeless out on the streets, finding somewhere for them. With that being said, San Joaquin County does not have a shelter that allows animals, nor do they even have what they would call, like Sacramento does. Sacramento has their own camp, where they wrapped around services. We don't have that here.
We've been promised.
Why is that? Because San Joaquin County have a lot of budget money, and what are they saving for?
You really want to get me on that topic?
I was going to say, we've been promised.
Last year,
subject.
yes. Well, last year we went to the city council, and the homeless went with us. We also did what was called. We picketed city council with the homeless.
Good.
I think I was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You sure were.
I was there, yes.
The homeless were asking for help with porta potties. They were asking for help with dumpsters, and I was asking for a city manager to leave office. No big deal there. But we want the city officials to get involved in the community, not just for their own political agenda. The homeless were asking for help. I have a homeless gentleman right now, his name is Tim, who is certified to drive a crane, but because he doesn't have an address and he lives in a tent, he can't find a job anywhere. He has nowhere to put down as an address. And these are things that this city of Stockton could help with, but they haven't. Our cleanup, I reached out to Mayor Tubbs and asked for help on it. And the response I got from him was, can I get your phone number? And I will have one of my office assistants get back to you. Well, I never heard from anyone. But I did actually get some help through Christina Fagazi. She was the one that helped me get the dumpster. There is a lot of things. I've told Mayor Tubbs to come out into the encampments with me. Don't come out as an official or a political. Come out as a person, a human being, and see what it's actually like. Talk to them. And the only time he goes out there is if there's a camera rolling. And that's not what it's about. It's about helping these people and finding solutions in our communities. I've talked to him about having a starting point here, and he put that off on the county. Well, I understand the county has funding, but so does the city.
What is starting point?
A starting point used to be a detox center where the homeless can go and detox before they go into a program. Now the San Joaquin County requires that you test clean to go into a program. If there is no starting point for them to get clean, they're not going to test clean being out on the streets. Keep it real.
That's
that
is very true.
There's a lot of things. They were just granted, I think it was $600,000. Come on, City of Stockton, step up, help, take some change. Let's get some people off the streets. Let's get the nonprofits involved. You've got the grant to do this. Let's do it. There is an empty motel sitting right there on El Dorado and across from Eden Park. Mm-hmm. Shirley's place. It was $250,000 to get it up to code. Hell, let's get that shit up. Oh, that stuff up to code. Sorry. And get the homeless off the streets.
With their animals,
what I mean?
we could do things.
We could do that. I have people who have offered to help with cages for the animals, if we can find some place to put them. But
so, you know what? I heard that I just heard almost in our show, but I just really want to touch base on that. We're having a lot of issue with Stockton epidemic regarding the homeless project. They're not really it's a hot commodity as well. I think that also the drug epidemic that in Stockton with epidemic. So there's a lot of things that are not it's just, like you said, stigmatized. But at the same time, we have to let community know that look, when you're the community of when you vote for somebody, they're supposed to be our advocates, not representing themselves. So I do believe that what you're doing is very important thing for the homeless, because where are they gonna go? They have no family. The family kicked them out. They have no friend there. They kick them out. But you know what? They have their own community, and they keep themselves safe.
That's exactly
right.
right.
Is wonderful. I mean, like, how can they keep themselves safe from all harm, and yet they go out and they don't want to help them. They help themselves, but they don't want to help the people in the government that they put in place are not helping our.
That's exactly right. That's
our
everyday battle.
They can go to Mayor Tubbs' new house, and we can do a tent city right there.
Yeah, on his front lawn.
I want to keep it neutral. This is more.
But I mean, this is what we're asking. We're asking for help, you know, and that's what it's about.
And they're spreading out north. So if anybody thinks it's just downtown,
it's not.
No, it's not. It's all the way out north, Hammer Lane, Kaiser. They're all over. So it's up towards 99 on Hammer Lane. We have big encampments there now, where it used to be just, in the south part of town, but it isn't, and it's more and more families.
They're cleaning up all the debris and people cleaning and moving back?
No, not at all.
No,
it's because they feel unsafe. There's an area downtown that they feel unsafe on the other side of the crosstown freeway, so they're moving up north for safety reasons. But there's families, children,
women
that people
pregnant,
don't understand, pregnant, on drugs, that we need to help. We want to help everybody, and not necessarily all of them are on drugs. It's like, let's just get out there and help them.
Really? That's right. Well, we could talk more about it. I wish I could get you guys back again.
Oh, absolutely.
We're almost in our show. Thank you, Nancy Lamb.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Patti Small, for coming for today. I know you took time off on a Sunday. You should be with your family. But I'm honored for you guys to come. And thank you, Connie, also for helping me with the radio station as well, for a question as well, too. Thank you so much. Thanks for everyone for watching us. And I hope you... The last one, what should be your contact number for people to reach you?
Go to the webpage.
Actually, if you want to contact Stockton 209 Cares, my phone number is 922-6789, area code 209. And if you want to contact Dirty Paws,
area code 209-292-4012. And I want to say that my clients that I have that are paying clients get drug along with us over to the 209 Cares. We have cupcake makers, yes, and food donators and blanket donators, and we're always dragging them into it because we want the community to know this matters to us.
That's very good.
Yes, we're blessed.
And we're both on Facebook too.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, and we're
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug.
Sorry, that's